Hey guys, it's Bob Ferngren and I'm back with another 8-minute video on network marketing in this short series that I'm doing right now. I want to help you get back past some blockers, some things that are maybe holding you back from getting your breakthrough. Maybe these things are holding you back in your life too. In the previous video, I told you 3 things that can open up abundance or close it. You have to be grateful, an attitude of gratitude. Number 2, giving, and giving without expecting to get. And number 3, forgiveness. Now, you do your own gut check on this stuff, right? You see, this is a law of attraction business, meaning your predominant thoughts mixed with your emotions create your reality, right? That's a fact. So, this doesn't take a genius if you understand the particular activating system, if you understand how the brain works, if you understand things like thoughts become things. If you're struggling with forgiveness, well, what do you think you're going to manifest? If you're struggling with giving, what type of people would you possibly manifest? And if you're struggling with gratitude, gratitude is like the spoiled kid. You're not grateful for what you have right now, but you want more. So fix them. Let's talk about giving and giving without expecting to get. And let me just give you some peace of mind. While I am a practitioner and an absolute believer that the first 10%, the first fruit is God's, the tithing, it's really the over and above the tithing that produces abundance. Now, here's something really, really cool. The law of sowing and reaping. Sowing and reaping. We reap what we've sowed, okay? That's very important to understand. Now, giving is not limited to money. As a matter of fact, money's probably the easiest thing to do. When you really think about it, well, I only make $50,000 a year. Well, go study giving biblically. Go study how it all works there. And I'll talk more about it over time and I'll weave it into other videos. But let's talk about other forms of giving. Other forms of giving. Well, sending some nice text messages to people every day. Just send them a message. That's a form of giving. You're giving them a gift. You're encouraging them. What you post in social media, is it all salesy content? That's not a give. That's an ask, right? So remember, you're sowing ask, right? So what are you going to receive? So isn't the better deal to be giving? Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, that's probably a lid lifter, isn't it? Oh, so if I'm putting out great content in the things that are important to me, and people are going there for that instead of the garbage they might see on TV or Netflix or other forms of entertainment, if they're going there because I give good content, I'm giving. And I'm freely giving, and I don't expect to get anything. I want to give to people. See, that's one of the breakthrough things that I learned a while ago in this social media thing. Oh, wait a minute. It feels good to give people information or to put a smile on their face with an engagement post or to go live. Have you ever seen how many people watch your lives? Well, what are you doing? You're giving. And the most precious thing they have is time. So if they're engaged in your content, you're giving, you're adding value. Hey, maybe you're into baking. So you just do a lot of content in and around baking. You will eventually attract your tribe. Your tribe is getting value out of that. And because you have this side hustle in network marketing, you'll pop in a post every now and then and say, hey, I've also got this side hustle. I'm looking to add a few people to my team. Cookie moms who want to make extra money from home, right? So that just drops in once out of maybe 10 posts. But you're giving. right? What are other forms of giving? Actually showing up, actually helping other people out. I mean, we could go down a list that just goes on and on and on and on and on of ways that you can help other people. But now you have this smartphone, right? You have a smartphone where you can send positive messages to people that are unrelated to buying and selling anything you have. You have a smartphone where you can articulate your vision, why you're doing what you're doing. And how compelling is that when you tell people your purpose? Because again, you're going to attract your tribe the more transparent you are. So now you're attracting them through this form of giving. And it's so helpful to people for you to be a giver. See, this human condition is really weird. Oh, school's nice. And it turns out university, unless you're going to be a doctor, an engineer, some type of a scientist, appears to not really move the needle much. I mean, however, all these companies put this, deal in yet of a degree, when it turns out they don't even care what you learned in school. They're going to teach you what they need to teach you. But you got yourself in debt with all of that, right? So what really matters is what's important to you and how you're giving it back to the world. Here's some things that are important to me. Helping people be debt-free. So you'll notice that I sprinkle in a lot of things related to being debt-free. Leadership development is huge to me. I take out lots of time to pour into myself so I can freely give to others in the area of leadership development. Every single day, I do a video like this because I love network marketing. I believe network marketing is the best play for the average American to live an above average lifestyle. So I'm going to give freely of my time to these efforts. I don't do anything so it's a direct benefit to me. If I'm helping other people, I will get helped. If I'm watering, as God says, you will be watered. God never forgets. He doesn't have a short-term memory. So while it is important to give of your finances, and you got to settle that one with God, okay? I mean, that's kind of to me, here's what I learned. I had my version of tithing for most of my adult life, right? It was my version. And then I went to the more biblical version found in Malachi, the first fruits, the 10%. Now, I am not telling you that this is a guaranteed do this, do that. I'm only telling you my story. So about 14, 15 years ago, I gave the first 10%, the very first 10, as soon as my check comes in, because we live in this era, I'm able to immediately transfer my tithe and the part above my tithing. Now, there's a whole lot more to that. If you really want to understand the power of tithing and giving and offerings and all that, there's so much power. But here's the deal. Remember, started this with Law of Attraction Business. Here's what happens. When you are freely giving of your time and your resources, you feel great. When you feel great, you tend to do more of the things that will move your business down the road. And you're significantly more attractive by being a free giver than you are by being selfish. Remember, we attract who and what we are. You're a free giver. You give freely and cheerfully. What type of people you think you're going to attract? Hey, lots more on this coming your way. Let's go.